Hi Oddings, welcome to Stories with Sapphire. I'm your Ate Sapphire. Every other Wednesday, I'll be sharing spooky stories accompanied by animation, so make sure you're subscribed. On the Wednesdays in between, I release a new podcast episode available here on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. And now, it's story time. It was a beautiful day driving through the desert. Hattie was dancing in the back seat while her dad Jerome drove, and her mom Liz sang along in the front. Nothing could ruin the perfect moment. Hattie's head eventually began to bob in fatigue, and she dozed off into a deep sleep. She was awakened by a loud thud. She was surprised to see that the car was stopped. The darkness outside the windows seemed to extend for miles. A jagged beam of light fell into the middle of the car through the sunroof. Hattie leaned over toward the front seats, but her parents weren't there. She felt around for her phone, her bags, but found nothing. The car was absolutely empty. She pulled the car door handle, but the door didn't open. Same went for the other doors. Hattie's breathing quickened. What the hell was going on? She looked back at the sunroof. Hattie stuck her arm through and immediately pulled back. The gap was much too small for her to fit through, without sacrificing any more blood, at least. Then, in the distance, the tiniest pinpoint of light grew larger and larger. She continued to stare as the faint sound of an engine got closer and closer. Hattie noticed the rearview mirror became blurry and the whole car shook. The vibrations came from below the car, from the iron rails that perched a target for the incoming freight train. And that target was her. She began hammering on the horn, pounding all over the car, calling out for her parents. And that's when something fell over the side of the roof and into the moonlight. The light reflected on a set of keys in a motionless human hand. Hattie took in a deep breath and thrust her hand through the sunroof, blood pouring down her arm as she pulled her dad's arm closer, and eventually the entire arm fell through the sunroof. Hattie was blinded by the approaching light. She clambered over the seats and accidentally slammed her bleeding arm on the wheel. Hattie screamed, which was quickly drowned out by the blast of noise coming from the train. The light was too bright to even see the dashboard. Push after push, she thrust the key around the wheel, piercing the dashboard, frantically searching for the ignition, until finally it clicked. She turned the keys for the wrong car. If you don't want to find yourself in a locked car on a train track in the middle of the night, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Submit your own stories to storieswithsapphire@gmail.com. For more spooky, supernatural, and spiritual stories, listen to the Stories with Sapphire podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you like what you saw and would like to support this independently run show, head over to patreon.com/storieswithsapphire to learn more. Until we meet again, sleep tight.